What's going on, YouTube? I'm trying to my damnedest to get some videos going on here. I just sat here and recorded another 10, maybe 12-minute video, only to find out when I hit the stop button, my damn phone had stopped recording about 7 minutes in, because apparently I'm out of space on my phone because I have a 17-minute video from a couple nights ago and the 30-minute first take of that same video, and apparently just far too many damn videos and pictures and shit on my phone. Anyways, what's going on? How you doing? Sunday, and I've got the house to myself for just the time being. Wifey took the kid and dropping her off at the in-laws. She's gonna stay the night over there. We're gonna have a nice dinner this evening, and in the meantime, I'm just hanging out and breaking in that Boswell that I showed you guys in my last video. Breaking it in with some of that flake that my buddy got me from McGay's, and I asked him about that. I told you guys in the last video that I was curious as to how they would pronounce the name in the UK, and he said it's a 2-syllable with an emphasis on the G. It's McGay's, which is funny because I'd walk into that shop and hands down call it McGacky's. I'm gonna go down to McGacky's Tobacco and get some flake, and I'd probably get kicked out. But anyways, I cut up some of that flake in here, and Leo actually posted about that in the same Pipes UK Pipes Backy and Banter group on Facebook where he posted this Boswell for trade, and it was a couple of weeks ago. I didn't pay any attention to it at the time, but now that I've actually got some in hand, I ended up finding that post again, and he mentioned in that post that he cannot tell a discernible difference between McGay's flake and Capstan, which I've heard wonderful things about, and I've never gotten an opportunity to try. I've never purchased it. I've never tried any of it for myself. So I don't have anything to compare it to, but it's nice to know that I'm enjoying the McGay's proprietary flake, and that means that I would more than likely enjoy Capstan as well. So I have already had a char on this. It's very good. Not actually something that I would immediately pick out a short pipe for, but it seemed very fitting that, you know, a tobacco sent to me from a local shop in the UK that was sent along with an American pipe that went all the way to the UK, that came all the way back to only end up about 3 hours south of where it was originally made in 2015. You know, it's very good. I love the ergonomics of the pipe. I love the design of the pipe, the shape and everything. I think I was mentioning in my other video that I have an affinity for smaller, stubbier pipes. And I was talking about my love-hate relationship with Virginia Flakes, with Dark-Fired Kentucky, with Virginia Periques. When I first started into pipe smoking, now probably about 4 years ago, I smoked a lot of aromatics. Got into some of the over-the-counter Codger Burleys. I ended up with some half and half at one point, some Prince Alberts, some Sir Walter Raleigh, which I actually really like. Sir Walter Raleigh is probably of the Codger Burley blends, and I guess this is probably only because I've also never had Carter Hall, which I actually traded for this pipe. I've never had Carter Hall. I have no idea what it tastes like. I would imagine that it's somewhat similar, at least, to most of the other Codger Burleys that are out there. It's just something I've never run across it locally. I never ran across it at CVS. I remember hitting CVS. I hit 5 CVS in 48 hours in the last few days of their discontinuation of all tobacco products. And I think I spent around $60 total for what I estimated to be a closer to $250 to $300 worth of retail merchandise from CVS when they closed up shop. I got new pipes. I got buckets of tobacco. I got cigars. I got lighters and butane, and tons of stuff. I happened to hit pipe smoking right at the exact right time because they just built a brand new CVS right down the street from my apartment. And then CVS announced later that year in October, I think it was, that they were going to stop selling. So another guy in the Corncob Nation group, Corncob Nation, represent. Another guy in the group picked up when I advertised my video last night. I of course posted the link on my Instagram account. I am on Instagram. Getting to that. I'm obviously here on YouTube. I'm also on Facebook. I'm in the Corncob Nation. I posted a link to my video to my Facebook page as well as to the Corncob Nation. I put it up on Instagram. And one of the guys in Corncob Nation actually asked me about my screen name, which is located somewhere around here on the page. I don't know where the hell it is. I'm still figuring out YouTube. And he asked me if it was a reference to Coheed and Cambria, which of course it is. My screen name, for those of you, can I pronounce it? Because I get a lot of people who are like, what the fuck does that mean? Is Neverender. Okay, now I have butchered the spelling a little bit for my own reasons and purposes. But yes, I'm a huge Coheed and Cambria fan. I've been following Coheed and Cambria since the release of their second album, In Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth 3. We got a poster for him right back there with a gigantic crow on it, and that's just that just seems to be sort of foretelling, you know, crows being a very popular item right now, especially amongst us corncobbers. But yeah, Coheed and Cambria have a song called Neverender, spelled correctly, but all is one word. And it's hands down one of my favorite Coheed and Cambria songs. And actually, the story goes, I was playing a lot of the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind at the time, and the prophesized character in that game is called the Neverender. And Neverine, the way it's spelled, sort of looks like it was a subset of the name Nerevar, which all kind of looks like Neverender. And the long and short of it is, I combined the Neverine prophesized figure with the name Neverender and sort of made it look like a traditional dark elf house name, Indar. It was actually two names, Never, Indar. And it sort of changed over the years, and God, that's been 10, maybe 12 years ago that I sort of came up with that name, and I use it as a screen name pretty much everywhere that my actual name is opposed to. But yeah, good eye, Sniper, on catching my screen name and what it has to do with Coheed and Cambria. Subsequently, today is Claudio Sanchez's birthday. I'm not sure which birthday it is. I think I know he's older than I am, but not by much. I have a feeling he's probably about 37, 38 years old. Founder, singer, songwriter, lyricist, novelist, cartoonist, and just all-around good guy for Coheed and Cambria. If you've never listened to the band and you like progressive rock in any capacity, or you like rock in any capacity, or you're a fan of sci-fi in any way, shape, or form, I do highly recommend that you listen to, at the very least, some extremely popular tracks by Coheed and Cambria, as they may give way to you listening to some of the more deeper cuts on their albums. They're absolutely great guys, and a very, very important monumental band to me in everything that I've done musically, which is not much, but they're very important to me. Absolutely my favorite band. I'm sure that I was talking about other things in my other video, but I don't remember what the hell they were, and my phone cut me off, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one off before the phone decides to do it again. I'm going to finish up this Virginia Flake. I've got the house to myself for the time being, which is why I'm doing this video and enjoying a pipe. I do get to smoke indoors. My wife is very cool about that, you know. But I think I'm going to go ahead and get off of here and fix myself maybe another cup of tea, and I'm going to get into some Skyrim here in just a minute, because I have been neglecting Skyrim in favor of Fallout 4. So yeah, I think that's what the rest of the day's got planned for me. Hope you guys enjoy your Sunday. If you're on the East Coast, batten down the hatches because meteorology being the exact science that it is, it looks like we're getting ready for anything from a dusting to about 3 feet. So make sure you stock up on plenty of bread, eggs, milk, because nothing says snowstorm like French toast. Stay smoky, guys. Stay Cobb strong. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.